Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm your host, Doug Engler. Joining me at the co-host seats, as always, are our good friends, Miss Angela Rose
Hello, everybody.
and Mr. Darren Starling.
Hello.
The whole crew is here tonight. I apologize. Last week, many of us were under the weather, and we decided collectively that it would be best not to do a show. I was actually sick pretty much my whole house was sick almost for the entire week last week. I know, Angela, you had fallen under the weather as well. Hopefully you're feeling better.
Yep, nope. It was literally just under the weather enough where I decided to take care of myself and go to bed early.
And Darren's just sick of the new store.
Think of the temporary location. Yes.
Yeah. And good evening, John. We are all feeling a lot better. Thank you for asking. It's great to be back.
Yep, I think for me it's just I'm no longer sick, but now I've got snow.
Yeah, we had some ice.
I have nothing. But rain is forecasted every single day this week, just about.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I got work to do, lady.
So no, it's not. Hey, to be fair, I don't know if you are experiencing a drought where rain would be good.
Yeah, no, yeah. It depends on who you ask.
Nanya says rain is better than snow.
I will actually disagree with Nonya, but I'm a crazy New Englander who actually loves the snow.
We like our snow down here. The only problem I have is salt.
That I'm just used to. That's just part and parcel of snow.
True, but for us down here who already hate getting out in the cold, to use water as it is, and a lot of our car washes don't have jets on the underside of your vehicles.
You do not have the equipment. You do not have the proper equipment to deal with the salt. Therefore, this makes sense.
Yes.
Yes. Car washes go at you from the side and above. We almost never have to worry about the undersides.
Whereas between the snow, the salt, the mud, the slush, the gunk, the construction residue, underside is just a thing. And
some of the videos I've seen from our TikTok and YouTube reels and Instagram mechanics, they always have a little bit of a attitude / jealousy whenever they watch videos of us in the South taking parts off of vehicles. Because ours actually screw off versus break off.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people who are big into automobiles up in the north area is very frequent to head south when looking for parts or parked cars.
Yep, it's part of the reason whenever I buy a vehicle from anywhere much above North Carolina, I got to be careful. I went to Virginia several years ago to look at a vehicle that the guy claimed only had surface rust, and I got under the truck and I was breaking stuff off the frame.
And the chat, Flitia and Kiyoshi game playing idiots. The weather has been a pain, and they've been sick last week. Plus, eating some expired mozzarella sticks made it worse. But they did say they are feeling better now. Hopefully, you get back to full recovery. Being sick has been crappy. I contemplated calling out of work a couple of times this past week because I was feeling like crap, but I still went into work because, we need the money.
Yep.
And I realized that based on the fact I was on the extra list, if I called out sick, I would probably lose about $600 to $800.
Yep. Nope. This week overall has been good.
Same. I mean, it's been decent. I got a lot of stuff fixed.
And Darren, if you have a lot of rain going on, that just means you can catch up on more anime.
True, but my wallet, like I said, I got a lot of
Your
stuff
wallet
fixed.
cries.
So
And,
yes, my wallet is very much crying right now.
And once you watch episode 4 of Honey Lemon Soda, let us know what you think and if you agree with us.
Well, like we've all said, it's been so far. I mean, it hasn't done me like a lot of my other romances. And by far my favorite show this season is got to be I'm Getting Married to the Girl I Hate. And between that and The 100 Girlfriends, those have been my two favorites.
Are both of you watching Guild Receptionist?
Yeah,
I am.
Yes, that one is fun too.
I
would. In fact, I just caught up on that before.
I would argue that one has potential to be better romance.
Then Honey Lemon Soda, I could see it.
We're getting there.
I said potential because it's hilarious. Because their interactions are hilarious.
Yep.
But I digress. And in the comments, John Knight says yesterday he and the family went to DC for the auto show and the basketball game, and it's apparently raining in DMV. Nope. I spent a large part of the weekend sitting on my couch, either watching sports, watching anime, or playing video games.
Same, actually, because when I got off of work at 7 o'clock yesterday morning, I started my 48 hours of rest. And I will be on the Jersey pool this week. Go out Tuesday, back Wednesday, go out Friday, back Saturday. So I should be home for the show next Sunday. And so I've been able to just kind of relax yesterday and today during the waking hours, a little bit of running around grocery shopping because that's when I had the time to do it yesterday, and watched a bunch of anime. Actually got back, Darren will be semi-proud, got back into playing Pokemon Arceus.
Even though I never bought a Switch to play Arceus, I am proud.
And I have decided that I am going to try to completion it. I know I'm probably going to be looking at multiple hundreds of hours to do so. But I'm like, you know what? I want to try to do this. I have not left the first area yet. And I've gained enough experience from collecting data where I'm up to 5 stars of a potential 10. And my wife hit star level 7 before she went into the second area.
I'd say I'm not familiar with the logistics of any of these games, so I don't think I'd be able to give you pointers anymore. If this was the older era Pokemon games, I'd tell you how to play, what to do, and you'd be golden. But these newer games, with that one in particular being an open world scenario, I have no idea.
I think you would enjoy it. It has been fun to get back into. Like I said, I caught up on a bunch of the anime and stuff because I'm still watching a bunch of shows. I am currently behind on 2 shows. I'm behind on 100 Girlfriends, which dropped today, and I'm behind on what was the other one? Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf. Otherwise, everything else I am watching, I am caught up on.
Even the Amagami Sisters?
Yes, I am caught up on that one.
Okay, because I'm one episode behind. I decided to catch up on getting married to the girl I hate instead of watching 17. I think I watched 16 earlier and had forgotten
Did you
about.
watch the episode where the youngest sister confessed?
Yes, that was the
Okay.
one I just finished. I haven't
Okay.
watched the one afterward.
And let's see. We've got Ross in the chat saying he just finished Hanako. Flutia and Kiyoshi have been watching Precure lately. Someone on Reddit got them into it, which is cool. I have not watched it, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Did catch up on Toilet Bound Hanako-kun earlier. That has been a pretty good series. The art style is still weird, but it has been a good series. I've been enjoying it. I think my favorite show, and yes, and it is another continuation of the season, has been Apothecary Diaries. It has been fantastic.
Agreed. Apothecary Diaries, so good.
And I have to, next time I see Emmy Lowe at a convention, I have to get a Mama autograph. No ifs, ands, or buts. I need an autograph from Emmy on a Mama piece. She did a fantastic job in season 1. I'm watching season 2 in Japanese. We'll probably go back rewatch it in English, which is not uncommon for me to do. 100 Girlfriends has been entertaining. It's a better love story than Honey Lemon Soda, although that's not saying much. Honey Lemon Soda has been very dry through the first 4 episodes. Better than what?
Twilight.
And
Just about anything's better than Twilight.
Honey Lemon Soda is better than Twilight.
Call of the Night, in my opinion, had a better love story than Honey Lemon Soda, though.
I couldn't get past the first 2 episodes. I tried.
Not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Flutia and Kiyoshi says that at some point they would love to meet Christina V. I think she's going to be at a convention that I used to frequent soon. Where did I see her announced recently?
I was going to say,
Boston.
I thought I saw her announced recently as well.
AZ,
Kineticon?
Kineticon's going to have Bryn April, Emmy Lowe, Howard Wang, Christina V., Max Middleman, Robbie Damon, and Ray Chase have all been announced for Kineticon.
So what you're telling me is we need to actually go to Kineticon.
I want to go to Kineticon, if for nothing else, Bryn April. But of course, Emmy's going to be there, so I want to see if I can get that. Russ says that the Comic-Con last weekend was amazing. Brittany Karbowski does remember him from the show 11 years ago and was happy and signed a happy birthday for him. Bill Farmer was nice. Mallory Rodak signed for him to be her new Odin.
Very nice, very nice.
Awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. I remember that you had the Comic-Con last week. I do apologize for those who are just tuning in that we did not do a show last week due to the fact that Angela and I were both under the weather and felt it best to take the night off and rest, as opposed to try to force a way through a show where you'd have to listen to us coughing and hacking and in
general
be crap
and not being ourselves. Because let's be honest, if I'm being quiet, that's no fun.
I have to say, they would have had to listen to me snore the whole time.
In other news, this week, I did actually get some new episodes up on Spotify or wherever y'all listen to audio, for anyone who wants to listen to this not live. And checked, and a huge shout out to all the people that are listening to us on the audio platforms.
Oh, definitely. Much love.
Because I've noticed our audience is slowly but surely growing, and our audience outside the US is slowly but surely growing. Actually, let me pull that because I can pull that up because I looked at it when I was when I was scheduling all the backlog. I looked it up.
While you're looking that up, Ross continued his comment. Be her new Odin on a Rosswise poster. Caitlin Barr tried to give him romance anime recommendations, but not enough time. And Stephanie Young was excited that he loves her role as Red Dragon in Restaurant to Another World, which that anime is fantastic. Recommended to watch Claymore. He said he watched it within 2 days. It was a good series.
But there you have it.
That's an older series.
But there you have it. Just take a look at that.
Did that say 7% in Japan?
7.1 to be exact.
Oh my gosh.
And 5.6 in Suriname.
Wow.
We are growing our audience outside of the US.
Thank you to everyone who tunes in to listen to us. I'm so glad that you are enjoying our content, and this has definitely been a show of love for me over the last, almost 11 years.
Yeah,
April's gonna be 11 years. Like, every time it gets me, I'm like, good Lord, I've been doing this for that long.
It's been one heck of an adventure, I gotta say.
Part of me wishes I had this crew from the get-go, because I could only imagine how much better the show would have been all the way through. Not taking anything away from the learning curve and the awesome people who have joined me in the past and co-host spots. But I just feel like, at least right now, the three of us have a very good connection, and it makes it entertaining for everyone.
There is a non-zero chance I'd have run my mouth and made people angry as opposed to being entertaining.
Probably.
But, and
all it takes is for somebody to say they live in Boston and then say Plymouth.
There are a lot of stories that involve people questioning me, and then my immediate response is, I'm from Boston. I'm from Boston. What do you want from me? And
happy early birthday to you, Ross.
Yes.
Ross says this coming Thursday he will be turning 34. My goodness. I don't know why, Ross, but I thought that you were in your 20s.
Not gonna lie, same.
I for whatever reason, I thought you were in your mid 20s, but
no, I'm still the baby.
Yes, Darren, we know you're still the baby. When Angela comes down, she'll bring a binky, a pacifier, and some diapers for you.
Nope.
I'm just kidding.
A bag of homemade chocolate chip cookies is a very real possibility, though.
Thank you.
Unless you unless you prefer something else.
About to say you have full access to my kitchen. So. John, what the? Well, I can't say anything. The 100 Girlfriends, Hahadi's mom is, Hahadi is...
That family. We'll just say the whole family.
I'm just going to say,
Maid
shake
included.
my head and... Well, full access to a full kitchen means I can actually take the time to do a cake.
I'd say use my kitchen however you want. I don't care.
And Darren will treat you to some Bojangles.
Oh, wow. We finally get a schedule. Damn. That's forever.
Well, my flight has been booked. Rental car is booked. Convention pass has not been bought, but
It will be in time.
It will be in time.
That's one thing I do miss. It's one of the downfalls of working for the railroad. I love what I do, but the fact I don't have a schedule and never know what I'm doing from day to day or week to week kind of sucks when it comes to trying to plan to do something. But
there are okay.
I had a long run of making 10 to 15 conventions a year, so I can't really complain.
I'm just gonna say there's a part of me that identifies with guild receptionist because hey, I work a 9 to 5 admin office job. I show up, I do my job, at 5 o'clock, I leave, and I don't worry about work until the next morning. And I have more than enough PTO where so long as I clear it with the correct people, I can basically just be like, yeah, I'm leaving for 2 weeks.
Yeah, some of the other animes that are out there that we all have been watching because we've all been trying to keep up with stuff. I know, Darren, you said 100 Girlfriends has been one of your favorites.
I'm just going to point out that I think this season is the most we are watching in common across the group.
This season is kind of a banger season.
Speaking of banger, Angela, what's your opinion on Sakamoto Days?
I freaking love it.
Who's your favorite?
That's a toss-up. Up through the first couple episodes, I'd have said Lou, just because she's awesome.
I'd agree to that, actually.
But in the most recent episode, I almost got to give it to the wife.
I could see that as well. I can see why he fell for her.
Yes. And the guys are all awesome in their own ways, but favorite? No.
I just like how literally, I don't know how to say it. That of course their daughter is helping the cause here, but everyone that tries ends up getting treated by the daughter. And they're like, "Ah, we failed. Oh well."
Yep.
And you're welcome for that. Considering I actually threw that one out to you.
I think, and I know that you don't always have a ton of time to watch shows, Ange, but I really think if you drop Honey Lemon Soda and you pick up Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in My Class, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
If I go back to pick up anything, it'll probably be some stuff from further back.
Vinland Saga?
Vinland Saga is there. I was actually thinking Tomo-chan.
Yes.
Oh, Tomo-chan is a fantastic one. That was great.
Because you both commented that there was a character in there that reminded you guys of me, and I kind of want to see if I see it.
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it.
Ross in the chat says, for Darren, not sure if Doug saw the anime. It's been announced that the light novel Studio Apartment Good Lighting Angel Included will end in Volume 8.
That show got put on the back burner. Unfortunately, the only Angel show I've watched was not Interspecies Reviewers. Doug, don't even say it.
I wasn't even going to go there. I was going to say like Heaven's Lost Property.
Also a good one, but no, The Angel Next Door for me.
Yeah, I was actually trying to remember the full title of that one because I'm like,
The Angel Next Door spoils
no.
me rotten. Spoils me rotten.
I actually did watch that show, Ross, and it was pretty good.
And John Knight is adding to his Blu-ray collection with Aesthetica of a Rogue Hero. The complete series.
That takes me back. Did you ever watch that one, Doug?
No. I'm not sure if I've heard of that.
I don't think that I have.
Basically, you got a guy that kidnaps the daughter of the Demon King from another world, goes back to his world, and they're all going to school. And also, he's a highly skilled pervert to an extent.
Issei?
And he's one of those ones that's hard to touch. No, unlike Issei, who constantly gets beaten up, he doesn't get beaten up because he is the badass that you don't really want to mess with. Like, there's very few people that can touch him.
Okay.
I think I sent you the clip. Remember the one where all the maids were chasing him?
Possibly. You sent a lot of clips.
Yeah, it was the one where all the maids were chasing him, and then he basically undid all of them in an instant, and then they all got demoralized and ran off. To be fair, they were trying to kill him.
Yeah. I like I said, I think I remember it, but Ross in the chat says on Crunchyroll romance sale. He bought and getting on Tuesday, Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, A Galaxy Next Door, Love Flops, and Ice Guy and His Cool-Headed Female Colleague.
Okay. Sorry.
He said that will be his birthday present.
Kubo is adorable. It's a more wholesome version of Takagi. Because Takagi's always teasing him and he's firing back. Kubo is kind of going after the guy that's basically invisible to everybody else, and it really is a wholesome series. I only got halfway through it, but I already know what he's talking about.
I know. Looking at the list of shows that are currently airing on just on the Crunchyroll front, there are so many shows that I'm watching. Plus, I've got one on High Dive. I think I'm at like 15 shows. So when I say that this season is a banger, I've only dropped one, maybe two shows that I dropped. The Okinawan Girl I dropped after one episode. Honey Lemon Soda I might be done with as well because it's just it's very stale.
Yeah.
Like it's. I thought Freerun was a slow burn. This makes Freerun feel fast paced, and as I said a couple weeks ago, I find the main character to kind of be annoying. I know it's part of her personality of, trying to help break a shy girl out of her shell and get her out of her head.
But it's too much.
It's too over the top.
It's so over the top.
I would argue it's worse than early My Hero Deku annoying.
That's debatable.
An argument could be made.
Like there's just something about the show that Russ says, let me guess, Doug, I was right about Honey Lemon Soda, wasn't I? That the romance in there is just not what we were kind of expecting. Yeah, it feels like...
I was hoping it was more... I was
hoping it was going to be more wholesome. I was hoping it was going to be as good as some of the other romances that are out there this season. I think if Honey Lemon Soda came out in a different season that wasn't already going up against some fantastic romance animes, it wouldn't be a bad show. But when you're comparing it to My Happy Marriage, you're comparing it to Apothecary Diaries, it's got a better romance story in it. Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in My Class has a better romance story in it. 100 Girlfriends has a better romance story in it.
And the fact that 100 Girlfriends is still rated above an 8.
I saw an anime trending top 10 list, and 100 Girlfriends was ranked number 1 for week 4, I think it was. It bumped Apothecary Diaries.
And then Anime Corner did a faux favorite ship. Because they have favorite couples, and the Rentaro family dominated spots number 1 through 10.
I saw one last week that 100 Girlfriends had 7 of the 10.
See, I was just hoping for Honey Lemon Soda. I was hoping it was going to be more like Skip and Loafer, where it actually felt a little less forced, a little more natural, a little more just... yeah, I guess wholesome is the right word.
Well, unfortunately, not everything can be Horimiya.
Or a vending machine.
Oh, God. See, okay. So so talking with friends and about just anime in general, and who's watching what, and someone who is self-proclaimed isekai trash. So immediately my follow-up question to them after that was, did you watch Vending Machine? And he said he absolutely loved it, but would not necessarily recommend it to people because he knows he's isekai trash.
The only reason that I have even mentioned it about, or A, it's fun to pick on you about because you refuse to watch it on premise.
Yes.
B, I went into it expecting nothing and was pleasantly surprised that it had a good story and was actually highly enjoyable. And I would probably put it in my top 15 isekais. I don't know if it's top 10 quality, but I would put it top 15.
And at this point, I refuse to watch it, I think, for the shtick. I think that, and I'm very picky about isekai. If I'm going to watch an isekai, I don't want to know I'm watching an isekai.
Watch Slime.
Yeah, Reincarnated as a Slime does not feel like an isekai. Killing slimes for 300 years really didn't feel much like an isekai.
Zenshu is one I'm actually really liking, and Ross is saying for me, news came out a couple weeks ago, and Shirley, aka based on the Anne of Green Gables book series, anime is starting in April with 24 episodes. Ross, I'm really, really hoping that one's going to be good. Anne of Green Gables was very much one of those big influences on as a child. So I'm really curious to see how Japan does that.
Question.
Yes.
How has the ER one been? Or the doctor one, or
my wife has been enjoying it.
It is fantastic. If you like any kind of medical drama, it's fantastic.
Is it basically House? Anime House?
It is basically a combo of House and Sherlock Holmes.
Because I've heard good things about it. And actually tonight, my wife and I, while we were having some ice cream, started watching Gigic's video where he watched like the trailer for every anime coming out in this season. They're always entertaining to hear his thoughts on different shows and stuff, and he said that was a show that he was gonna watch. Also, I know, Angela, that you enjoy watching Trash Taste. Did you see the episode that dropped Friday?
I don't know, but I was actually going to bring up. I don't know if this was Friday. But I will say I was going to ask you if you saw the episode of Trash Taste where Gigic went on about how he got his mom to binge Apothecary Diaries.
Yes, I was going to bring that up. Which, a show is good when you can get somebody who knows nothing and no interest in anime whatsoever to skip going off with the family during a Christmas holiday day to stay home and binge the first full season of Apothecary Diaries. Hats off to Gigic for introducing the show to his mother, who, as the story went, she did not seem all that interested in episode 1, except for like the last 5 minutes, where his dad, Giga Chad, explained to her everything that happened in the first 15 minutes of the show.
Basically, all the basically he summed up the exposition well enough to be like, for her to be like, okay, that's cool, and then binged like 20 episodes.
And the show is just fantastic. Did you see are you caught up on Apothecary Diaries?
Oh yeah.
What did you think of beautiful Gingy?
Oh my god, it was fantastic. Like, I just love that show. And
the way that Mama can figure stuff out is amazing.
It's amazing. And Ross says the only anime he dropped this season was Escape from Princess Lesson. The fourth wall break, and the comedy is dry and overboard, plus no romance. And he said that was 2 weeks ago. And John Knight says he finished Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest dub, and it was a really, really good show. Great music, great animation, and fun characters. Yeah, no, I'm actually I'm actually enjoying this season. My Honey Lemon Soda is the weak one.
Yeah. There's one show that is airing this season that I refused to watch just because of, like, there are times when I'll watch a show based off of like the characters, like it looks interesting enough to me.
Yeah.
There's one show this season I refused to watch because of the characters.
Okay.
Pharmagia. I don't know if you've seen that.
Nope.
I think I spelled it wrong. Let me see if I can get the correct spelling here, so I can bring up
my anime list.
Are you talking about the one where they're creating magic?
Yeah, it's the
Magic Maker?
Yeah.
Oh no, I found it.
I want to bring this up on stream.
Oh, it's based on a video game.
It's based on a video game. But when you see these characters, who do you see? You it's not your typical anime stuff, or I should say, it's your typical anime. But you look at the characters, and I can tell you right now, I see Natsu, I see Lucy, I see Wendy.
Oh, so it's like
I see Gray. So 4 of the main characters are basically carbon copies from Fairy Tail.
And Eden Zero.
I know it's done by the same creator as Fairy Tail, but my God,
Is it?
Yeah,
Because it's according to my anime list,
it's
done by.
it's the same artist.
Oh, because it looks like it's done by Studio. Yup, it's done by Fairy Tail. Because I'm looking at, it's Studio Bridge.
Yeah, I thought it's from Studio. I thought it's from Studio Dean, or maybe I'm looking at the wrong one.
It's Studio Bridge, and I have the my anime list page open. Other notables include Fairy Tail, Shaman King. Those are the big ones that I've heard of. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, Farmagia.
I mean, that was the first thing I saw when I saw Farmacia. I was like, oh, a farming anime? I like some of those. Maybe, and like I said, that no, not to Lucy. Too much resemblance there. I lost interest in Fairy Tail, and so I kind of was like, nah, I'm done.
Coming from the studio, did anyone watch Talentless Nana?
What is it? Talentless Novice?
Nana.
Talentless Nana. No, I have not. I don't even know if I've heard of that.
Nope.
If you go into the Studio Bridge category, it's near the top.
What studio is it?
It's Studio Bridge, as I was saying.
Studio Bridge?
Yeah. But to say, if Angela just had it pulled up, it was near the top. It's the girl. It's the one showing the girl with the pink hair in the front.
Hold on, now I got to go back because I closed it. Saint Seiya is another one. Oh,
Muno na Nana?
Yes. It's a fairly
Why do those characters look familiar?
You think so?
I'm sure I've seen memes and stuff with these characters in them. The pink hair girl really sticks out to me.
I don't see it on. Oh, wait.
It was like top row, second or third over. It was Fairy Tail final series, then Muno.
Yep, I see it.
No.
I see. I see it. I just kind of glossed over it because I'd never heard of it.
Ross in the chat says that he has refused to watch Girl I Hate and Lemon Soda just because one's forced romance, which not really romance at all, and Lemon Soda, no romance. I want pure romance, wholesome.
Ross.
Girl I Hate actually develops into pure romance.
It's not as forced as you think. Because even getting forcibly married doesn't mean that the natural stages of romance won't catch up to you.
And it's actually been kind of cute to see how their feelings towards each other have been changing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to watch them try to put on the act of still hating each other, even though they are kind of not really hating each other anymore.
Mm-hmm. I just like Shisei popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No, I just the whole concept, that's actually a very big that's very big in like historical fantasy and high fantasy is the whole concept of arranged marriages.
Yeah.
And sometimes sometimes the people involved actually fall in love, and sometimes they just accept it for reasons, and life goes on.
You know, I
Wasn't
think
there
I've
an
mentioned
anime?
this.
Go ahead, Derek.
Yes, I was about to say, there's an anime that's exactly what you were about to say. It's called Love and Lies. It's basically once you turn a certain age, the government assigns you your partner after basically kind of monitoring you through school and trying to determine a partner based on what they've learned about you in your school years. And very few have chosen to go after someone they fell in love with naturally. But it was basically to quote unquote help control Japan's sinking birth rate. That's the scenario they gave.
Yep.
And of course, some for the guys that were having hard time finding girlfriends, and likewise the girls, it was actually a good thing. But then you had the ones that were actually falling for each other. That's when it started to get interesting.
I see, Ross. You don't like the fact that they're still forcing themselves to hate each other, to put on the persona or the facade in public, as opposed to being different behind closed doors.
Well,
one thing I like about Girl I Hate is it's interesting because you've got, and Gigik made a big point about the, granted we all know anime does, or Angela does not like tropes, and you have the gal, you've got the tsundere, you've got the little sister complex, all as a part of this show. But
even though that's technically his cousin.
Yeah, even though it's technically cousin, but she is constantly calling him Big Bro. It's been still very enjoyable. And I think like the fact that the gal has interest in him is a key point to the storyline because it helps the main female realize how much she actually is developing feelings for this guy, and it's helped pushing her towards being like, you know what? No, I kind of want him, but I'm afraid to admit it. I see it. Some of the way she acts feels very much like Louise Francois from Familiar Zero, minus the beating him with a riding crop.
Well, that's why
But I'm sure she would if she had one.
That's why so many people like the tsundere trope, or the tsundere theme. It's not like I'm doing this for you. It's not like I actually like you. It's not but all they want is your attention.
May I have your attention, please?
Since you brought out the ruby blanket, yes.
Guild Receptionist, as you were saying, Angela, has been very entertaining.
Yep.
I've been very much enjoying it. I like the fact that she will do whatever it takes to get out of overtime. I think a lot of us feel that way.
Yep.
She is the definition of anti-procrastination and a role model for everyone, really.
She's the poster girl of if you want to get shit done, do it yourself.
Pretty much.
Also, her reaction to getting asked out on a date was priceless.
Yeah. I think she's in the running for, one of, not necessarily She might be in the running for best girl when it comes to some of her reactions. She's an adorable character, very headstrong about her time is her time and nobody can mess with it. But when something like that comes up, the fact she got so flustered was like she showed some real emotion there. I was like, oh my God, she's adorable. I still kind of give best girl to Mau Mau at the moment, but that could change.
Nope, not gonna do it.
No, go ahead, do it.
I was going to bring this back to. I was going to bring up sports, and I'm purposely trying not to.
Oh, sorry.
Were you going to bring up the figure skating anime?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that my Facebook feed has been flooded with stuff from my friends about the halftime show being the worst one they've ever seen.
Mine's mixed. Mine is a mix of that was stupid versus laughing hysterically. No, I was just going to bring up how many times Mahomes has been sacked.
Well, if by the end of the game the number of times he's sacked can equal or be greater than the number on his jersey, that would be fantastic. I'll just leave it there.
What's the score now anyway?
24-0.
Yep.
Still,
wow.
Eagles.
Yep, it is, and it is. Yeah, I've only been. I stopped paying attention when we went live, even though it is on my screen. I was trying to not draw attention to the fact that it's on, but yeah. And Ross wants to know, am I the only one watching Appraisal Skill? I'm actually the strongest, and Fruit Ninja Neat, and Behemoth Cat.
No, I am watching all three.
I'm watching Ninja. You're watching Ninja Neat?
Oh, no, I'm not watching Ninja Neat. I'm sorry. I was thinking Skill Fruit.
About to say, I'm watching Ninja Neat.
I was told about Ninja Neat. I think that's a high dive show, I have not started that, but I am watching Behemoth Cat. In fact, Behemoth Cat has been an entertaining show. I would put that above Honey Lemon Soda of the 4 shows that my wife and I are watching together. That being said, they all got some issues when it comes to their feelings for the cat.
About like the girls with Rimuru?
Thus far, of the 5 female characters that have been the 5 main female characters that have been introduced, 3 of them want to make babies with this cat / behemoth.
No.
And they are anthropomorphic, or are they human?
You have an elf girl, a dragon girl, and a cat girl. The cat girl I can understand. And the dragon girl I can understand because the cat basically killed the dragon. The dragon soul was recreated as this girl who still has part of the dragon in her.
You have totally just lost me on this.
I could tell you from episode 1, it would not be a show you would enjoy.
You know what? And I'm not even saying anything bad. I'm just saying not my kind
not
of
for
show.
You.
Yep.
Not for you, Angela. I'm also kind of tired that every episode they need a bathing scene so they can show off boobs. Uncensored boobs. I know fan service, but as you said, Darren, been a while since they've had tastefully.
And see, fan service for the sake of fan service is bad when it is tastefully done and adds more than just gratuitous.
High School DxD is tastefully done. This is just showing TNA for the sake of showing TNA.
And no.
But going back to the whole after the cat thing, let's face it, Shrek set the standards for animals with donkey and dragon. Just saying.
You know.
And do you still compare me to Donkey?
Yes.
I can, you know what? With zero context, I can agree to that, Doug.
Because I like the Dragon Girls?
Yes.
No, I'm just going with the humor.
Oh, because I'm an ass. Got
it. Jackass.
I didn't say that.
Speaking of which, has anyone seen the TikTok or reel with the dogs getting too close to the electric fence and then the donkey actually hee-hawing at the dog?
No.
Yeah, dog shocked himself, went off bawling, and then the right on cue, the donkey goes hee-haw, like laughing at him.
Oh God. And Ross in the chat says, Doug, if you're not already watching it, he recommends Appraisal Skill.
I'm already watching it.
Now,
and it's been really good.
Is that one my kind of fantasy or no?
I'm gonna say no. For the simple fact of it's a lot of kind of goofiness that goes on. I don't think is your kind of humor. A little synopsis: you have an appraiser who everybody looks down upon because it's the worst skill / class to have. He's with he's in a party where they encounter strong monsters. He's basically left to die by his party members once they run off. He somehow manages to escape certain death by finding a world tree. The guardian of, or the soul of the world tree saves him. He thanks the world tree wholeheartedly, and then the world tree turns into a girl, like the soul turns into a girl, and then the world tree guardian basically work with him and heal him to make him stronger. And
the fruit, so a better version of the fruit of evolution.
Yeah.
And unrelated, in the chat, John Knight says that he saw R2D2 in person in Washington, D.C. yesterday, and I have to say I am jealous.
Yeah. That is really, really cool. Ross says, as opposed to appraisal skill, Crunchyroll uploaded the first episode yesterday on YouTube. And you can decide if you want to watch it.
I mean, I have Crunchyroll, so I could just go looking it up. But
I mean, I'm finding it interesting. Part of the neat thing is the fact that for him to gain the skills that he's gaining, he is using the appraiser skill to gain some intellect, but they also have embedded that, like, the soul of the world tree that he found is part of a greater world tree that was split up. So they're basically on a quest to help this girl find her sisters. So there's a story within the story. They imbue themselves into his eyes to where he has he can heal himself. He's got unbelievable appraising skills. If you go into it with the thought of it could be like a really neat D&D idea or something of that nature, you might enjoy it. But knowing your taste in anime, it almost feels more of isekai fantasy than it does just fantasy. You might get into it if you look at it as kind of in a similar vibe as Banished from the Hero's Party.
But which I never went back and finished. I should. That's another one I should go back and finish. But time.
Well, you're going to have time when you're flying to the Carolinas.
Oh yeah, nope.
Download stuff and go.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have. I will. Yeah, I'll have a flight to basically put anime on my laptop.
I can't wait to see pictures and hear the stories of your guys' first con together.
It will be an adventure.
It will be. I know I enjoyed the first con that Darren and I were able to go to.
Yep.
I kind of had to laugh too because talk about full circle. Northeast Comic Con announced Barry Bostwick is going to be a guest at this upcoming March's convention. I think it's the first time he's been back to NECC since my wedding.
And you can't come up.
I don't think I'd be able to make it up. It's too far for a one-day drive, so unless I knew for a fact I was going to have 2 days off, then I don't see any way of making it work because I don't like using sick time for cons if I can avoid it.
And John says he watched the first 2 dubbed episodes of I May Be a Guild Receptionist. And John, what do you think? I mean, we've all rambled about how much we're enjoying aspects of it. And Ross says it was rainy and cold today, so he went to the movies and saw Love Hurts with starring Ke Kwan. I hope I got that right. From Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And Ross, how was the movie good? Because I've seen trailers. I'm curious.
John Knight, talking about Guild Receptionist, says there were some funny moments and he liked it.
Oh, good.
Other shows that I am currently watching, Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf, has been interesting. I kind of like the fact that you're bringing a fantasy character from a different world into modern day Japan, where the main character is trying to figure out how to explain, what he's used to somebody who's only known magic and, not so much the technology side of things. It's been enjoyable. It's been kind of wholesome at points, and I have been enjoying it. I've been enjoying most of what I've been watching this season.
Yes, same. One of the ones we didn't touch on that I'm actually watching, Zenshu. Yes, it's an isekai. Yeah, and I'm actually really, really enjoying it. No. There we go. Guild Receptionist, we talked about that one. We talked about. My Happy Marriage, I'm also really, really liking.
My Happy Marriage has been really good. I don't know if I'm liking it as. I know my wife has been enjoying it more than I have. It's not bad. I'm still enjoying it. I like Apothecary Diaries better.
Yeah, no, I will agree 100% with that. Apothecary
Not taking
Diaries.
anything away from My Happy Marriage. I just like the story and the characters better in Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah, no, I will actually agree with that.
Bogus Skill has been entertaining. I'm not going to call it a good anime. I'm just going to say it's been somewhat entertaining for the concept of it. Possibly the greatest alchemist of all time has been really good. Noble on the Brink of Ruin, so I might as well try Mastering Magic. That has been decent. Headhunted has been surprisingly better than I expected. And then the one that Ross kind of convinced me to watch, The Daily Life of a Middle-Aged Online Shopper in Another World. I don't know why it has to be in another world, but I give some comparisons of that to saving up 80,000 or whatever it was, 80,000 gold for my retirement.
Yeah, I watched that one, but
Some of it has a similar feel to the 80,000 gold, but I kind of like this one more because it's got more action, and it's kind of interesting to see some of the ridiculousness that he's able to pull out, because even though he's in a fantasy world, one of his skills is he has basically an online mall. He's got like an eBay or an Amazon app in his skill list where he can just sit there and go through and order whatever he wants. And as long as he's got the money from that world, it translates over to yen, and the stuff just magically appears. So he's created houses, he's gotten backhoes and motorcycles and just absolutely ridiculous stuff for this fantasy world that he's in. Some of the stuff he's bought, he's been able to, like, he starts off wanting to be a merchant, so he gets like good, dinnerware, plates and cups and stuff like that, and he sells them for a little bit higher price because they're higher quality. Even though it's dirt cheap in his old world, it's high quality in the world that he ended up in. So the concept has been kind of interesting. I kind of like the fact too that even though he has a girl kind of throwing herself at him, he's been kind of like, she's cute, but I'd rather focus on living a slow life, and I'm just going to do what I want because I want to do it. And score update for you, Darren: 27-0. Eagles got a field goal.
Wow, they are just getting.
I'm not going to lie. I am pleasantly surprised by the current score of the Super Bowl, but it's not over yet. I will just say 28-3 late in the third quarter. And we all know what happened after that score. So
yep,
we can't count anybody out yet.
Correct.
Ross in the chat says, in regards to the movie, yes, the comedy was paceful, the special effects really good, and the flow of the story did good on character development. And then talking about My Happy Marriage, that stalker ex of Mio's mother is creepy. Don't understand why he calls Mio daughter. It was also nice how Mio and Kudo were able to talk to learn more about each other and their fears. And then Middle-Aged Shopper says the other thing he wants to stop about Middle-Aged Shopper is when stop with all what you purchase transaction subtitles. There's way too much to read. So when he pulls up the online list, you have the subtitles for everything that pops up and the translation of how much each thing costs. So yeah, there is a lot to read there, especially when you watch it subbed as opposed to dubbed. Which all of us are watching more subbed stuff right now. I know Angel and Darren, you guys prefer subbed to dubbed anyway. I do enjoy the dub because, let's be honest, even though it started out rough, I think we all can agree that dubbed anime has gotten better.
No, agreed.
Mm-hmm. If you want to be current with exactly what's dropping right now, you've got to watch it subbed. In most cases, I think there is one show that's being dropped dubbed. I don't remember what the title is, but I know I'm watching one that drops in English dub at the same time.
There's a couple that on Crunchyroll have the option. I don't know if they go up at the same time, but as we do one day a week and we watch everything, it's there.
Now, here's an interesting thing that I saw come through the social media nonsense earlier this week, and it's in regards to a show, Angela, that you brought up, Tomo-chan, where people were confusing it with cross-gender or transgender, saying Tomo was transgender. Which I don't know where that started or why that started, because when you watch the series, Tomo views herself as a girl. She's basically you use an old term, she's a tomboy. I don't know why that has become such an issue, but it's kind of ridiculous that people are like, oh, well, that's kind of da 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 da. She's a tomboy. She's a girl who likes to make sure she's physically fit and
who doesn't like being active. Super feminine. There's nothing wrong with that.
It doesn't mean that you have to fit into a certain area.
And we lost Aaron.
Yeah.
And Ross, John Knight said he watched the first 5 dubbed episodes of Zenshu. I hope you're enjoying it, John. And Ross, on myself, I don't they're gonna get to romance just yet, based on the fact that Elf Girl is learning things in a new world. She acts like a little child, so I think she has to grow mature emotions of understanding the earth.
Oh, here's Darren.
Okay, I do not know what happened, but my internet actually dropped. That is the first time that has ever happened to me in the 4 years I've been in this house.
Well, shit.
Wow. Technical difficulties. AZR is known for them through its history.
yeah, no, that was actually interesting. Like I said, that is the first quote-unquote issue I've had with it dropping on me. And apparently it is down again according to my laptop, but it's showing up on my tablet. I'm going to stay on my phone for a minute.
Understandable.
Good plan.
John Knight in the chat says that he started watching Headhunted to Another World, Salaryman to Big Four dub. He's on episode 3. I'm curious, John, how have you been enjoying that? I've been finding it kind of interesting to see how he's weathering the storms. Oh, I think Darren's trying to get back on his other.
Let's see how long this lasts.
We'll minimize the other one for the moment.
I just closed it out. We'll see.
Ross in the chat talking about Miss Elf says basically she's excited about Earth and listens to children's books. Also, and got a lot to catch up in our world, so love would be a while for her to discover. Which is understandable. She is kind of like a child trying to learn about Earth and its rules and everything. as opposed to the world which she came from.
By the way, Doug, sorry to go back to this, but what did you bring up that I crashed out on?
I was talking about the Tomo-chan stuff. You had made a comment about it. Plus, I'd seen it quite a bit on my news feed.
And this goes to show you how the internet,
Listen
basically,
to what
how
you
the
say.
internet, yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're looking at stuff on Facebook, looking at stuff on Twitter, looking at stuff on Google. It will remember what you looked at recently and will target stuff to you.
Uh-huh.
I have been getting stuff recently that I have not been talking about and not been looking up, and I am very confused as to why.
But what have you been getting that doesn't fit into? Has it been taught? Or I'm gonna ask, has it been talked about around you?
I don't know. Maybe I left my phone up front and my coworkers were talking about some stuff.
Because
I don't know.
when I was working on a college campus, we experienced this because all of us have cell phones, and me especially would put my phone down on a counter, walk away, come back 20 minutes later, and then my feed would be littered with ads depending on what all the kids were talking about.
Basically,
And
you get all sorts of stuff about Skibbity Riz.
Well, not quite. It's
Ohio toilets or whatever this thing is.
Well,
I don't know it all.
No, but it was this
I'm
was
old.
Actually, this was around the time that The Weeknd and the Jonas Brothers dropped new albums about 2 weeks apart. Or so it felt like, because that was all I heard for about a month straight. And so the kids, all the Disney stuff, all the wrestling stuff, it would all come up in my ads, and we would all laugh at each other because the person that wasn't involved in the conversation is who would end up getting the ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how I think that's part of the reason. Like I said, I brought up the fact of the zodiacs earlier. A lot of times something comes up in regards to that, so I think that's why I was getting videos on that topic.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me, I keep forgetting there's an anime totally dedicated to that called Fruits Basket.
Yes. I've seen parts of the original a long time ago.
And Doug, you watched both, right?
I watched the original all the way through Fruits Basket 2019. I watched probably 90%.
And Ross is pointing out that the Jonas Brothers recently did a country collab song with Rascal Flatts. That's an interesting collab.
I didn't know Rascal Flatts was still performing.
Same.
I don't follow country, so shrug.
Well, honestly, I quit following country around the time I graduated high school, because a lot of the stuff that's coming out nowadays, it's not country no more.
Is it all candy pop garbage?
A lot of it.
I went through a phase where I listened to a fair amount of crossover country back in the middle 90s.
Well,
but then
I enjoyed country back in the 90s. I like late 80s, like some 80s country. I like a lot of early mid 90s country.
Yeah. Early 2000s wasn't bad either.
Like
Rascal Flatts, Travis Tritt, Alabama, Joe Diffie,
Tim McGraw,
Tim McGraw, even early Shania Twain.
See, I actually I liked Shania Twain. I liked Faith Hill.
Gretchen Wilson.
Reba.
Of course, Reba.
The Judds. And Winona on her own was also really good.
And you kind of
Alison Krauss.
And anybody who anyone who tries to say anything negative about Dolly Parton, no.
I was never really into the Dixie Chicks.
I consider them country.
I was for a little bit, but then it just got overplayed, and then the follow-up album was bad.
I like one Dixie Chicks song, and it's a cover of an older song. I think it's a cover of, I forget the name of it.
I don't know. We are going back 20 plus years.
30 plus.
Landslide. That was the name of the song.
I forgot they covered that. I didn't like that song to begin with.
I liked their version of it. I thought they did a really good song of it.
I saw a video. Well, there was a commercial earlier for the Super Bowl that I actually did catch. It was, what was his name? It was Country Roads, Take Me Home. John Denver's song, and that's been covered out how many times now?
Oh boy. Let's see. Doug, you're gonna need to do something here.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I have the Twitch credentials.
Yeah, unfortunately, that stuff happens.
Yep.
I didn't even see that. I have to say the bots have found us. We must be becoming popular.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, like that's coming up in the. We had a bot find us on Twitch, which I didn't even have the Twitch stream open because anytime a chat comes through, we will see everything from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch in a group chat that's up on our StreamYard channel.
And
so a lot of times I don't have to go to the individual Twitch channel. This is the first time in a while.
Yes, it's definitely the first time in a while.
But if they're finding us, that means that we're on people's radars.
Yep. Yeah, so we're doing something right. Must be doing something right. You know what?
And hey, we have opinions. We're not afraid to talk about them.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to Anime-Zing Radio, where Isekai is trash and shonen is overrated.
And we're the original trash tape.
Circling back to the Trash Taste episode we mentioned earlier, did you hear Joey's actually watching anime, excited for anime for the first time in years?
I did hear that. I was like, oh my God. And they were picking on him, saying, oh my God, the anime man is back. He's watching 3 animes and reading 2 light novels / mangas.
The anime man watching anime. What's
figure.
The Chiefs got a touchdown.
Yep, it is
34-6. It's going to be 34-7.
Actually, no. Do I have?
And one of the anime that the anime man went back to watch or rewatch was Freerun.
Oh, they're actually trying for a 2-point conversion.
Oh, are they?
Yes, they are. And
What?
they missed.
Oh.
And they missed, which means
Tom Brady would have made it.
see,
pour a little gas on the fire of all the people. Oh, Mahomes is better than Brady, and that. Yeah, Brady would have made that.
you know, 34 to 6. It's not 28-3,
but anything can happen, and there's still 34 seconds left in the third quarter.
And well, it is what it is.
And the officials, I don't know if they've made their mark in the game yet or not. Charlotte is coming back to Netflix for Darren.
Charlotte, really?
What is Charlotte?
That was an anime original a couple of years ago. It was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. Basically,
he said it's not a sequel, just the show itself.
Well, still, that's good for Netflix viewers because, like as I was trying to say, that was a good series. Basically, you have select individuals in the world with abilities, and this kid gets thrown into a world with them, and kind of investigating people's abilities and, to an extent, taking out the dangerous ones. And his sister gets roped up into it. And then he ends up going on a self-sacrifice kind of mission there for a while. It was an interesting show for its time, and one, if you're looking for an anime original with no manga or light novel to reference it to, I'd recommend it. It was good.
And John Knight adds to that one of the shows he's watching is Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world dub. I know we've brought this one up in conversation, but are any of us watching it?
Nope.
No.
I think that's one that it might be a wait until the season's done and binge. Because sometimes I do occasionally like to do that.
Now, there's one show I was curious that you haven't really talked much about. I don't know if you started it. I remember when we talked about shows for this season, you had it on you as a potential, but Momentary Lily. Is that a show that you've started, Ange?
No.
That has been getting very bad reviews.
I would not be surprised if it was one of those. I liked the concept, and then promptly we discussed it, and then I forgot about it, and it never actually made its way to the actual watch list in the app.
The synopsis on Crunchyroll says robotic invaders wiped out all life, but Renge fights to survive using her powers. With no memories, she roams the city until she meets 5 other young women, each with unique abilities. Together, they make the most of their lives, cooking delicious meals between battles with mechanical monstrosities. As they uncover the secrets of their powers and pasts, they find strength in their friendship.
That sounds like something I would have looked at as a definite maybe. And then probably it got bumped because the list was already at capacity. And I've heard nothing about it since, so.
That's why I brought it up because I remember seeing, robots and mecha, and I'm like, that is right up.
The description I do remember discussing this. And I remember saying, ooh, that sounds potentially interesting. That's either going to be really good or really stupid. And based on the fact that I've heard nothing and Darren saying reviews are bad, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it missed the mark.
But
Well,
sometimes when they miss the mark, you still enjoy it.
Its reviews are in the 5s.
I think it's something that should be subject to because there are shows I absolutely fell in love with that you hear nobody talk about, but I think that they are absolutely amazing shows. And then there are shows that are extremely popular of all genres and not just anime, but movies, music, things of that nature that I don't care for, but other people love. So,
I know. And
knowing that genre is in your wheelhouse, I think it's something you could go into objectively with at least a couple episodes.
Oh, I could. That's more of a
when you have the time.
That's where we're at. I will say I'm actually also reading manga.
I've kind of been doing that lately too.
One of the manga I'm reading does not have an anime yet. I want it to get an anime because it's actually really good.
Which one?
Akane Banashi.
Okay, context?
It is an anime about a Japanese art form called Rakugo.
Oh, you're gonna like Anime-Zing then, because we have a very talented Rakugo performer every single year. He has been he's one of our Anime-Zing guests that's been coming basically since we started Anime-Zing and bringing guests from overseas.
In that case, I'm going to make a point of going to that, whether or not you join me.
He's got several panels throughout the convention.
In which case, then I'll make a point of going to at least one.
And if you can, try to get some video that we could possibly put up on our show page. Get some exclusive content.
I will ask. And if they say no, they'd prefer not to be recorded, that's fine.
Yep. Obviously, we go into for those of you who are curious as to the content that we put up from conventions, we always get permission from the guests before recording any panels, any press interviews, stuff of that nature. Some of the guests prefer audio only or just written. Some of them don't care, which is when we're able to get video feed as well. So.
And some
we
just
want to be as respectful as we possibly can to the convention, the guests, because they put a lot of time and effort in, and we don't want to ruin anything for anyone.
Nope.
There you go, Ange.
Yay! And then the other one I think I'm about maybe a third of the way through Black Clover.
The manga?
The manga.
Okay. Because like I said, I made it to episode 130 something, so I was almost done with the series.
I'm reading the manga and I'm up to chapter 125.
Okay. And how many chapters are there total, or do you remember?
Over 300.
Okay, so you'd probably be around episode 40, 50-ish in the anime. So you'd be right around where... Have you met what's her face from the Crimson Lions yet? His sister, Marileona.
Probably. I'm in the first tournament arc.
Okay, but it's still a male captain of the Lions, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you haven't met his sister yet. So you're probably around episode 40 or 50 something.
No, it's the team it's the team. I'm part of the way through the team battle for the special group that's gonna take on the enemies. Like the king decided that a special tournament needed to happen. It's basically it's basically like Mashal, where it's destroy the other team's crystal.
Yes. So, okay. Okay, I know where you're at. I don't remember how far in the anime that is, but pay attention to Luck, the one who can the playboy that jumps through that has basically transport.
Yep.
Have you gotten to that little family showdown yet?
No.
Okay.
The showdown in the chapter I just finished was Asta versus
You know?
No, that hasn't happened yet. It's the kid that declared himself Asta's rival.
Oh, Hoo-Ha? I know you're talking about. Baha, the
The
one
one
from
with
the one
Noel's
from the praying mantises.
I think it's Noel's I want to say it's somebody's brother.
Oh, I thought it was. Uh, wait, Asta's rival. Ugh, man, you're making me remember stuff. It's not Noel's family because all of Noel's family doesn't like her. Um, let's
And of
see.
course my Kindle is upstairs.
Uh, uh, uh,
I will be right back.
Declares Asta his. Are you sure it's not the guy from the praying mantises that's always boasting on himself?
Oh, I don't remember. It was basically the two brothers it was an impromptu battle. It wasn't supposed to happen.
Impromptu battle.
It wasn't supposed to it wasn't supposed to happen. It was happening out of order. Basically, other person decides that it's one of the brothers because the two brothers faced each other. One lost, and then the one that won decides, Asta, you're next.
About to say that. So wait, because there's solid. Huh. Oh wait, I know who you're talking about. This is he's from the Crimson Lions, I think. Not Noel's family.
Nope, I screwed it up. It's
Finn.
Finral's brother.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Finral's brother. He hasn't declared himself Asta's rival.
Or it felt like it.
No, Finral and his brother have their own little family spat during that tournament.
Yes.
Yes. Yuno is the one that.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is where I left off. Asta's fighting Finral's brother.
Okay. So we're getting to one of the most bone-chilling scenes in the series.
Asta going full dark, full anti-magic is amusing.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, you're getting to the whole family rivalry thing, and there's a particular scene that's coming up that, like I said, is one of the more like I said, bone chilling, horrifying scenes in the manga / anime / series.
Yep, and I will say I'm kind of the elitist class attitudes are hilarious.
Yes, the Golden Dawn, the Silver Eagles, yeah. Now remind me, did they already do the captain's battle?
Captain's battle?
Yes, the captains got to participate in the tournament too against each other.
No.
Either that or that was an exhibition match later in the series. I don't remember.
No, the Yami, when all the awards are being given out and the Black Bulls are second and Yami's just ignoring all of it. And everybody's mad.
Oh yeah, because he could care less. He just was like, whatever. Because I mean, they were last for how many years?
Exact, and then the team that now is in last is like, wait, what? We're last? Wait, no.
Yeah. What was who was in last? The deer?
I don't remember. They weren't important.
I think it was the deer, the teal deer, or I believe, or the purple.
Purple orcas, maybe.
Maybe. I know Doug is totally lost right now.
We went down a rabbit hole because I'm reading Black Clover.
Oh, I know.
And I'm trying to remember Black Clover because it's been a
And
while.
while you guys were doing that, I had to hit the bathroom real quick, so
And
I was like, it's a perfect time for me to step away.
You know what, Doug? You would argue that this is an overrated.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about Black Clover. I will not say it's overrated because I have not seen it.
It aired around the same time that My Hero started, and I followed both of them. Black Clover kept me entertained longer than My Hero did, if that says anything.
I mean,
also, if you watch the anime for Black Clover, it's going to take you a couple episodes to get used to Asta yelling all the time.
I have also been reading manga. As you know, I have up to volume 10 of Freerun. In volume 7, it has gone beyond where the anime is. I have completed 7 volumes. When I go off on my next train run, I will probably put volumes 8 and 9 in my backpack to have in case of stoppages. I also recently started reading the manga for By the Grace of the Gods, which was an anime I really enjoyed. And as is the case in many light novels / mangas turned to anime, they keep a lot of stuff out because of all the information. So it's kind of neat to see the difference between what the source material has, the manga for this show as opposed to the anime. I'm only on volume 2, chapter 5, so I haven't read very far, but I've already seen a ton of differences between where the anime was early on and where the manga is. I'm still enjoying it. I actually went back and rewatched the anime because I was bored the other day.
I love
when I was
doing
caught up
that.
on all this stuff.
I love doing that with media in general.
I know you love reading books and stuff like that, and it doesn't surprise me that you would read a book, it gets a movie, you watch the movie to compare.
Yes, I was actually going to bring up, well, a controversial property at this point, but
Harry Potter.
Yes, actually. For example, at the time I was in college, early college. Harry Potter the movie had been announced, or my sister was at the age appropriate for the targeted audience of Harry Potter. She's reading it when I'm home for a break, and she hands me the book, says, "You've read a lot of stuff like this. Here, read this." So I did, and I enjoyed it. And then when the movie came out, Mom took all of us to go see the movie. And my sister and I, who had both read the book, we nitpicked the differences the entire car ride home. Just not in a negative way, just they did this differently, why did they leave that out? And so on and so forth.
Yeah, and it's kind of neat to be able to go back from By the Grace of the Gods. Yes, isekai, but I love the storyline. I love the fact it's just an easy, fun watch. It's one of the most wholesome anime out there. I would rank it probably one of the top 5 most wholesome anime. There's no I can't say no fan service, little fan service, but it's not over exaggerated. And the fan service comes from adult adventurers who dress like adult female adventurers in anime.
And John Knight in the chat says, today is Crispin Freeman's birthday. The voice of Kayan in the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Togusa in the Ghost in the Shell franchise, Itachi in Naruto, and Gyome Himejima in Demon Slayer.
Happy birthday, Crispin Freeman. And of course, a happy early birthday to our good friend Ross Luck, who his birthday is coming up on Thursday. He says due to the fact that he's got a ton of stuff on his birthday, he's doing an early birthday dinner at the Olive Garden. I hope you have a wonderful time.
You know what? Today is also National Pizza Day and National Chocolate Day. I'm surprised it's not Valentine's Day.
I did not know that today was National Pizza Day because yesterday is the one day a week. As some of you know, my wife is very big into fitness, exercise. On her journey, she has lost 80 plus pounds and works out and does all that stuff. She's got me, tracking calories and things of that nature now. And I've lost around 15 pounds since October. But we allow ourselves one day a week to just eat whatever, track nothing. We contemplated pizza, but we actually went Chinese food for this weekend.
And
so
Ross says,
working with me for a week didn't help you lose anything.
I literally told you, Darren, the day I got back, she took my phone and was like, okay, you're doing this.
Ross says, National Pizza Day, let's put on the pineapples. Ross, I 100% agree. Pineapple pizza, let's go.
No.
I wouldn't go out of my way for pineapples on pizza, but I don't think it's disgusting. If you have a quality Hawaiian ham, pineapple, peppers pizza, okay.
No ham.
You ruined it. Look, but I do not like pineapple on pizza. I mean, I'll do it with ham, but
I just don't like ham.
Would you do Canadian bacon?
I would do regular bacon, or sausage, or hamburger, or pretty much almost any other meat.
Philly steak.
Amagami Sisters, yes. That's not a show I think Angela is watching.
No.
That's me.
I think it's one you might enjoy, but that would be one that I would tell you to check out when you got a chance to check out something different. I'm not going to say you're going to hate it, but I also can't say for a fact that you're going to love it. I think it would be one that you could go either way.
I will say, I think out of the three of us, I'm probably the pickiest. And while I do watch more than my share of overrated shonen, and I'll give you that, I probably also have higher standards for what I will actively choose.
Amagi Sisters would be a show. Like if we said, okay, we each pick another show for each other, that would be in the running of, okay, I think Angela might enjoy this. It wouldn't be a torture watch if I selected it for you, or if Darren selected it for you. It wouldn't be like, oh, we're going to make her watch Conception, or make her watch Vending Machine, or Reincarnated as a Sword, or something along those lines.
Why? Why would you bring that up? We were doing so well.
Just making a point. That wasn't even a bring up to bring up. That was just like, I'm making a point of this is a show.
I know.
I'm about to say, I could have brought up Yasuga no Sora.
But
or school days.
I don't even want to remember school days. That was
the one thing about school days. We don't talk about school days.
Mm-hmm. But
add that to the list of other ones we don't talk about but bring up anyway.
You know what else we don't talk about? Bruno.
Yeah, yes, I went. Yes, that's where I was going.
Wait, what?
Doug picked up on the fact that I totally just referenced Encanto, and I'm amused.
I thought you were going to say Roberto.
No.
I didn't bring that one up this time.
And he already went to bed.
Oh, the Super Bowl bored him that much?
No, he's been sick. So
was that Miss Piggy? Was that the Muppet?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
And it's currently 40-6. Eagles are winning.
Yep.
Oh, what? Oh, it is the Muppets. There was
yes, because there's Gonzo.
Yeah.
I never realized how comedic they were.
All right, Darren, here's a question from Ross. Do you still talk about Shimonetta and Anna's Love Nectar?
I got into a conversation with my employee today about that show because we were going through my personal anime list, and he said, I can't watch that show anymore without feeling sad because of what happened to Anna's voice actress shortly after the show aired.
I don't know what happened.
She passed away.
Oh no.
English or Japanese?
I think it was Japanese. If I remember correctly.
I guess you could kind of feel the same way when it comes to Yashahime, where the voice actor for Miroku passed away like mid-season.
Okay, yep. It was her Japanese voice actress. She was 38.
Wow. That is sad to think about.
Let's see. Died October 5th, October 27, 2015 of lymphoma caused by an Epstein-Barr virus infection is what it's saying.
Wow.
But she also voiced in Tsukihime, Pretty Cure, Hayate the Combat Butler, Nyarako-san, and also video game franchises such as Atelier, Castlevania, Trails of Cold Steel, and then the then upcoming Persona 5. She also played in Fate. Okay. But I wonder if that's part of the reason why they didn't continue the anime for that series.
It's possible.
Because that was literally within less than a year after the show aired. But on that note, Ross, I was gonna bring up earlier for the shows I would definitely recommend Angela, that I'm fairly certain I keep asking Doug every time if he's watched it, is Setokai Yako Windamo, the one about the student council.
I think I've seen some of Setokai.
Do you think Angela would enjoy that one?
Potentially.
It's an all-girls school turned co-ed, and the main male character is subject to the student council on his very first day. And it follows him, his sister, the student council president from the other school, the one where it says Suzu's head is down here constantly because she's so short.
Interesting.
No, I really think you would like this one.
Well,
if nothing else, read the manga because the anime actually tells you at the end of each episode where to catch up in the manga. It's one of the very few successful anime that Studio Gohans has actually put out.
Is there an English title?
No. It's literally the English title is literally like Student Council. It's like sub only. Hold on. There we go. Yep, Studio Gohans. Let me send it to you.
Please do, because I'll actually look into the manga.
And here's the page for the manga. There's 22 volumes. Oh, it finished. Damn.
Even better.
And guess what the rating on the manga is?
What?
7.99. Which is actually pretty good.
Talking about ratings, out of curiosity, is Freerin still leading the MAL?
Yes. Yes, it is. Do you know how I know that?
How?
Because I told you, me and my employee were reminiscing earlier today when one of the shows that started with Y that I'd watched and was wondering if he had too. So we started at the bottom of my anime list and scrolled back up, and we made it into the S's, and I clicked on Steins Gate, and it still showed it was ranked number 3. So that basically means Freerin is still number 1 because Steins Gate was always ranked number 2 behind FMA Brotherhood.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't realize it's already 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Oh my god,
time flies. And we've actually largely
stayed talking anime, manga on topic.
Yeah.
For the most part. And yes, it's still number 1.
I blame Ross for me realizing what time it was. He said, until next stream, let me say this. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Have a good week and stay healthy.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to all. And
huge happy birthday to Ross.
Happy early birthday, Ross. I hope this following trip around the sun treats you well.
Happy birthday in advance, Ross. And yes, I will enjoy National Singles Awareness Day.
And Ross, shoot me an email with your address because I do have. We had run a contest a while back, which you were the winner of, and I don't think you were with us that week that we had done the contest. But I need your address so I can mail your gifts out or your winnings out. So please shoot an email.
But yeah, on that note.
Whoops. I didn't mean to send it to all. I meant to just send it to one, but that's okay.
Oh, well.
If people want to send us email and tell us how much they love or hate our opinions, cool.
Yeah.
About to say, bring it on.
We'd love to hear your ideas, comments, and
we like feedback.
We do like the feedback. We love the fact you guys come in and hang out with us and give us questions, comments. Give us your opinions on the shows that you're watching. If you think the stuff we're watching is good or crap, let us know. You guys are the lifeblood of the show.
And all of the random factoids and trivia, absolutely amazing.
And until next week, I should be here to hang out with everybody. I hope you all have a safe and happy and fun week. Keep enjoying the animes, and we will be here for more Anime-Zing Radio right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Have a great night, all.
Good night, everybody.
Nighty night.